We continue to watch this fight of a fire in Mountain View Estates, and the big headline that I think most of you experienced is that LA County sent out a message in error telling millions of people to evacuate that don't need to evacuate. And I know it's confusing because there are new fires popping up and everybody is ready to evacuate, and we've been telling everybody that you may get an order to evacuate, but unless you're in the exact evacuation zone for this Kenneth Fire or one of the other fires, you do not suddenly need to evacuate. The county leaders put out another alert trying to tell you that, and I know it's confusing, and it would be great to have somebody come on camera or call in and explain how the heck that happens.
It really would. So hopefully we can make that happen. In the meantime, we are looking live at, this is the Kenneth Fire started in West Hills, burning toward Calabasas. No structures have been lost. We're also covering the Palisades Fire, of course. And let's check in with Tom Vakar. He is with our sister station up in the Bay Area, KTVU, which is based in Oakland. Tom, I was an intern at KTVU 100 years ago, so I worked with you at one point many years ago. It's nice to have you on our air tonight. Thanks for the reporting you're doing.
Well, I've only been there for 200 years, so I'm glad we did that. I want to show you something. I want to illustrate a really important point. I want you to look up here. This is part of a utility pole. It has been destroyed because it broke off and it's falling down, and the only reason it's off the ground at all is it's stretching wires in order to stay up in the air. One of the things that is going to be as significant as the loss of these homes, and probably a lot more expensive, is going to be replacing all this infrastructure, and both public infrastructure and private. Take a look at these trees. Most of them have been badly burned. Most of them will have to be brought down. Some people may want a landscape, some people may not. Some of these may be public trees. All of this is going to have to be dealt with. With respect to those utility poles, think about this. There's cable up there. There may be fiber optics up there. All of that stuff has to be replaced. And the only way you can do it in any reasonable amount of speed is to have a massive number of crews with a massive backlog of the equipment that they actually need. And that's one of the reasons utility bills and cable bills are so high, is because a lot of that stuff is available. It's still going to be months and in some cases years before this is fully squared away. But the idea of preparedness is really important to understand that even with infrastructure, we have to be fully prepared. I want to show you one more thing which I found absolutely fascinating. As you look out over this wasteland of homes, if you pan off here to the right, one home is absolutely unscathed. It's made of materials that are simply fire resistant. It sits, even though it's down the hill and the house right next to it and the one next to it on the other side, it's not even scorched. It is probably one of the best examples of what you actually can do to harden a house, as we like to say, against fire. And in this case, this person will have a home to come back to. There may be some minor damage, certainly smoke damage and all of that stuff.